Yeah. What's going zone up in this joint? What's goody? The homie, main man, made man is in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. And before we get to crack it lagging, let's make sure that the audio is all lined up and everything is everything. And we can get this thing cracking. You know what I'm saying? Let me just give me a second here. All right, we sound good. Everything sounds golden. Much love to everybody that hears this, man. I know that the Canelo Alvarez and Daniel Jacobs weigh-in is going down, so a lot of folks may be over there looking at that, but I just got some things I need to say, man. Real talk. We got some things we got to talk about. We got to set some things straight around this piece. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't liking what I'm hearing from a lot of folks, and we going to get to that. But before we get into the issue at hand, let me just say these words to you. And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And the beat goes on. If y'all have never seen that Macho Man Randy Savage interview, when your man be like, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on, I challenge you, man, go over to the Daily Motion, because it used to be on YouTube. Go to the Daily Motion and watch that clip. Just type in Macho Man Randy Savage and the beat goes on, and you're going to laugh your ass off, son. That is hands down the best Macho Man Randy Savage interview I've ever seen in my life. Cracks me up, man, from beginning to the end. And the beat goes on. Hit up living now. Yeah. Hey, your man funny as hell. Anyway, let's get to the matter at hand. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Silver Salomo, what's up with you, man? We got to set some things straight around this joint, man. For real, for real. I just got finished reading Eddie Hearn interview about when he said that he is gutted that the Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight ain't going to be going down to at least 2020. Clearly, he must heard the words of Shelly Finkel, because I've been heard that interview over on the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the mighty Boxing Voice when they put that out there, man. And I heard Shelly Finkel. I heard every word that he said. You know, I was actually going to talk about it, but I was just waiting on the right moment to kind of bring it out. And let's talk about it. And I'm sure I'm going to piss some people off. I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I want smoke. I want all the smoke. If you got a problem with what I'm saying, bring the noise. But let's talk about this, all right? First off, the fact of the matter is Deontay Wilder not facing Anthony Joshua to possibly 2020 to 2021. It is what it is. Why do you say that, main man? You want the best to fight the best. You want an undisputed heavyweight champion. What the hell are you talking about? You biased American. That's what they're going to tell me. You know what I mean? Let's keep it all the way live and let's put some things into perspective here. First and foremost, to all of you new internet, new age boxing fans, let's not forget who you talking about and what we talking about. We need to put things into proper perspective because people are all over the place. People in their emotional feelings, and we forgetting shit. We just forgetting everything on how everything went down, you know? But I don't forget much because I do this, because I love this. You know what I'm saying? Let's not make no mistake about it. First off, there's a lot of criticism going around YouTube right now. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it one bit. People are feeling some kind of way because people support Deontay Wilder the way that they support Deontay Wilder. Let's keep it clear. Let's clear this up. Let me explain something to a lot of you new age fans that's trying to reinvent what boxing is. This is the heavyweight division. Welcome to the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division is unlike any division in boxing. The heavyweight division is not the welterweight division. It is not the lightweight division. It's not the bantamweight division. It is not the minimum weight division. This is a different breed when you're talking heavyweights. The one thing that you got to always say about boxing, love it or hate it, like it or not, boxing has always, I repeat, always been a nationalistic sport. When I get my UK brethren up on here and they tell me, main man, you out of your nugget. You don't know what you're talking about. Anthony Joshua is the man. I say to them, hell nah. But guess what? I'm expecting them to say that because I know what boxing is. Boxing is a nationalistic sport. It's been that way since its inception. It's been that way since day one. And just because we got the internet, that don't change nothing. What you need to understand is this. This goes back to the days of Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, when you had the American champion versus the German champion with Adolf Hitler paying close attention. Look at the WBC, for crying out loud. They make no hiding of the fact that they cater to the Mexican crowd, that is a Mexicano belt. They love it when a Latin American fighter, if you will, holds that belt. They make no mistake. They make all these honorary belts. You got the Huko belt. You got the Mayan belt. They don't do that because they do that for a reason, man. Because boxing is a nationalistic sport. If you are where you're from and you support your champion because he is from where you are from, you ain't doing nothing wrong in the sport of boxing, because that's what it's always been. And I challenge you to look through the history books and tell me I'm wrong. That's what it's always been. So when people want to support their American heavyweight champion and take his word over the word of a UK champion, over the word of an Irish champion, that's always been what boxing has been about. And you are not wrong as a fan for feeling that way. You did. And that's what it is, man. That's what it is. The heavyweight division is different. This is the land of giants. You know what I'm saying? This is the land of giants. So people are always going to feel that way when it comes to heavyweight. Your granddaddy, your daddy, they looked at heavyweights coming up and they supported the heavyweight because of where they were from. That's how it always been. So when we talking about this situation, keep that in mind. If you are rooting for your guy because he is the American heavyweight champion, I'm rooting for my guy because he is the British heavyweight champion, or he's the Irish heavyweight champion, you ain't wrong. You're just a boxing fan doing what boxing fans millenniums before you has always done, with or without the damn internet. Period. You did. Light lit up in the building. What's up, homie? Now let's deal with this on its own merits here. Now, Shelly Finkel says, well, Deontay Wilder, he can wait till 2020. So we're going to cause an uproar about this, right? We're going to cause an uproar about this and forget all the word. But when Barry Hearn came out before Shelly Finkel said what he said about when he wanted Anthony Joshua to face Deontay Wilder, I heard nothing. Oh, well, you know, he's an old man. He doesn't run the company no more. You know, he's not the man in control no more. He can say what he want to say. When they were out fishing, Dillian White, all of them cats, when they were all there, remember what the words? The video still stands on YouTube. What it was the words of Barry Hearn when he wanted Anthony Joshua to face Deontay Wilder. Riddle me that. Do that homework. Go back and watch that video and you tell me the year that he gave. But we're going to trip about Shelly Finkel saying this, though, right? We're going to get into some facts in this one. They don't like facts. Facts makes everybody go, what the hell? He doesn't know what he's talking about. But we're going to put facts in this. Yeah, facts. Facts come with this video. Absolutely. What did he say, though? Oh, yeah, okay. How about this? Riddle me this. This man has been ringside at a Anthony Joshua fight. Has Anthony Joshua ever been ringside for a Wilder fight? Why didn't he come over here during the Tyson Fury fight? If he wants to fight so bad, where was he? Where was he at? Was he going to show up if Deontay Wilder would have fought Alexander Povetkin before Povetkin wanted to juices up himself up to the eyeballs? Was he going to be there in Russia? Was he going to be there? Because he's never been to a Wilder fight. Okay, cool. All right, but Wilder's been to the Klitschko fight. He was ringside. He wanted to get smoked, but all right, cool. Bet. Let's keep it pushing. And I will get to some of y'all comments. But let's talk facts first. Let's lay this all on the line. Don't tell the moment. Tell the whole story. Okay, riddle this. Deontay Wilder. Am I lying or am I fucking flying? Deontay Wilder wanted to accept $15 million flat. With millions of dollars still left on the table, still going for the glory in that situation. Why didn't they send a contract with a date and venue? if they wanted to fight so bad? The $50 million. Of course, I'm going to bring up the $50 million, and I don't care what you say. The $50 million. You got AJ on record, on camera for the world to see, saying, send me $50 million, and I'll take the fight. When the $50 million go in the bag, it's where you get it from. How'd you get it? I can't do this. I can't do that. Funny how today we talk about how AJ is so free and such a free agent. But when the $50 million was on the line, well, I have obligations here. I can't do this. I can't do that. I must do this. I have to pay the light bulbs. I have to pay for the janitors. I can't do it. I have something to do that week. It was a bunch of excuses, but he's a free agent today. He can go to any network he want to go to, according to Eddie Hearn. But yet when the $50 million was on the bag, it was, well, I have obligations here. I have to stay here. I can't fight there. I must do this. I must do that. Okay, cool. Where's the $50 million coming from? So even Eddie Hearn stated out of his own mouth, because a lot of you fans have this notion that Frank Warren was going to give him the money, which I don't know what the hell you talking about. A lot of y'all got this notion that the $50 million couldn't happen, which I don't know what the hell you talking about. We talking about the team of Al Heyman, Shelly Finkel, Steven Espinoza, and the power of Showtime. Who cares what network it's going to be in? Y'all don't want to be business fans, right? Who cares? You just know the money's in the bag. And the money got turned down. But Deontay Wilder don't want to fight, though. Okay, cool. This man from Alabama, statements like that coming from the side of Matchroom, all of that stuff. And then let's get to the more modern situation. Well, Deontay Wilder is offered $100 million. What, for 3 fights? 120 for 4? What happened to just dealing with this fight on his own merits? Why does a deal to fight AJ have to come with fighting 2, 3, 4 fights? Why can't we deal with this fight on its own merit? On its own merit, one-off fight. Whoever got the bag, whoever got the money to put up, that's who network could go on. Both of these fighters are claiming that they free agents, right? So that shit shouldn't even matter. Whoever got the bag, that's who gets the fight, period. Put it up. But no. It has to be, well, you can come and take a 3-fight deal, or you can come and take a 4-fight deal. And y'all saying, why is Wilder turning this down? This is a career high payday, man. What's up with that? $40 million a fight, right? Even win, lose, or draw, if he beats this dude, he still only makes $40 million in the rematch, correct? Because that's the way the numbers add up for me. That's $80 million of the 3-fight $100 million deal right there, because they promised him 20 for a one-off fight. So that's $40 million for 2 fights, $40 million a piece in each fight. He would have made more than that if your man would have took the $50 million or 50%, whichever one was greater. So technically he could have made more than $50 million. And whatever was left on the table, Wilder would have just took that in. For a man who says that he can't sell and he don't one knows him, he was show betting awful heavy. I'm saying, I'm going to give this cat a guaranteed 50 or 50%, whichever one is greater, and I'll take what's left on the table. Clearly he must believe that there's going to be a lot left on the table. I'm just saying, though. Let's see what y'all talking about. We'll get back into this. All right. I think I better do some neck cracks for this one, because I can imagine the comments I'm about to probably read. Leighton Evelyn says, bro, I'm not emotional, but Wilder ain't the real champ, bro. Why ain't he the real champ, Leighton? He is the real champ. Let me ask you this question. Here's the thing I gotta ask you when I say that he's the real champ. He's the only one that fought one of the other top 3 heavyweights, correct? Win, lose, or draw. He's the only one that did it. Everybody who AJ fought, whether it been Charles Martin, whether it been Alexander Povetkin, whether it had been Joseph Parker, do you think any of them cats would have beat Deontay Wilder? Any of them? It's quality, not quantity. You did. Any of them cats would have beat Deontay Wilder. And if you want to say Alexander Povetkin, well, Wilder was supposed to face Alexander Povetkin, but Alexander Povetkin felt as though he had to put a needle up his ass. So I'm trying to say, this is why I say he's the real champ. This man has been ringside for AJ's fight. This man, was trying to boss up again, go on over to the UK for when he fought Joseph Parker and said, I'll be ringside for that. All I ask is just let me come in the ring. But no, the guy has to be a gentleman. No, I mean, he's not coming in my ring. This is my ring. He's not coming in this ring. I run this ring. So Wilder didn't go. A champ wants smoke, bruh. Real champ. The guy who was Anthony Joshua's mandatory and Luis Ortiz. Even though he felt the drug test, Deontay Wilder still got in there and took the chance with a possible doped up fighter. Who knows? Because the real story of that, and I'm not going to tell it in this video, it's a lot deeper than you know. Oh, shady doctors, shady tests. Oh, yeah, there's a lot going on with that. How Wilder was pissed off at the WBC because they didn't get any of that fine money. We can go deep into that. But however, that aside, the fact of the matter is Deontay Wilder still fought him and took the chance. Here, in this case, where, when he was the WBA mandatory and he flunked, instead of doing what Deontay Wilder did and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to give him a second shot. Why didn't AJ do that? I'm just saying, this is what real champs do. Real champs move a certain way. You did. Word of the day says need a box off in all the divisions, heavyweight tournament, etc. That'd be cool. I will never object. I will never object to that. I would love for the World Boxing Super Series or somebody to go to that division. That'd be awesome. Light lit up. What's up, fam? I support the truth, not an individual and their agenda. That's the whole point I'm trying to make to you. Light lit up. Support the truth. But when you get caught up in these moments, that ain't how you do it. You got to look at the picture as a whole. So when this man says I won't fight him until 2020 or whenever, I don't truly believe that personally. I think that's a form of negotiations. See, y'all got to understand something now. And this is one thing I try to tell everybody. Eddie Hearn, the biggest fear that Eddie Hearn had when it came to Deontay Wilder was the fact that he fought Tyson Fury. Because now the tables have turned. There was a time when Deontay Wilder would have probably had to take that 15 million flat. There was a time when Deontay Wilder was at the whim of AJ. Now Deontay Wilder isn't. You get me? He's bringing something to the table that's something that not only Hearn wants, not only Joshua wants, but the networks that they fight for want too in DAZN. And that is the American market. They don't have that. They want that. And now that Wilder has it, he has something to say, you know what, now you can't smack me around in negotiations no more. I don't have to play your dumbass game. Until you come with 50-50, we got nothing to talk about. So guess what? I have this guy, that guy, that guy. I'm sure after the next fight, they're going to be like, well, hold up now, hold up. Let's change things around because we can't have Anthony Joshua over here fighting the Andy Ruizes forever. We need Wilder. All roads lead to Wilder. This talk of them wanting to go to 2020, 2021, it's all a play to say change the terms. And of course, you'll get your shot. The day you come over here, the day that Eddie Hearn comes out to the public and says, fine, I'm done playing, fine. We'll give you 50-50. Fight is made, bruh, blood. Fight is made. That's what y'all tend to forget. Y'all act like Wilder ain't fighting for a cause here. He's been smacked around for years by these people. He's been dissed in the public. He's took their paltry offers with them always trying to get every edge known to man. Can't use an 8-week training camp. You need a 12-week training camp. I'll send you a contract, no date and no venues. Who the hell are you? I'm walking along the streets asking people that look like they just got here 2 weeks ago, do you know who Deontay Wilder is? These are disrespectful things that man has had to endure for so long. So guess what? 2020. This will make you come to your damn senses. Of course, I don't think it's going to be that long, though. I think this is just a way to get a hand in negotiations. You know what I mean? Okay. I support your chant, but with fact. Okay, so tell me where am I going wrong here? Triple M LOL. Tell me where I'm going wrong here, because I didn't mistake anything. The $50 million. Where am I going wrong? Where we going wrong? No Name Rose. Preach all day. Word of the day. What's up? I support who I follow the most, especially if I watch them in amateurs. Most are nationalistics, but not me. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. That's what the problem is, man. Everybody want to reinvent what the fuck a boxing fan is. Everybody want to reinvent, oh, well, this is how you're supposed to be. I ain't supposed to be nothing. I'm supposed to love the sport and root for the sport. And if this the dude I root with because he from America, so be it. That's what boxing is. When you go to the Olympics, you support your Olympic fighters from your country. You know what I'm saying? Let the Dallas Cowboys go and face the China Hawks. Who you think everybody in America going to support? That's the way it goes when you talking outside fights. As far as inside of the country, there is no one on Wilder's level that we are begging for him to fight because we think he'll beat everybody. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the thing that grinds me, dog. Like, how's everybody out here trying to reinvent what the hell a boxing fan is, man? I don't understand that, man. It's both sides. None are innocent. Both of them are knowing as fuck and playing games with the fans. I can accept that. I can definitely accept that, like, lit up, because I don't think that neither side is without any freaking fault. You know what I'm saying? And not at all. But compare 41 fights to 22. Compare hype to no hype. Compare hype to no hype, bruh. Bruh, this is why I be saying about boxing fans. Look at the sport as a whole. They hype fighters. Okay, like I tried to tell you before, your 22 that you named came against a Charles Martin, a Joseph Parker, who I believe lost to Andy Ruiz and lost to Huey Fury, a Alexander Povetkin, whom Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight, but he was juiced to the gills. Think about what you're saying. Out of those 22 fights, you're talking no Wilder, no Fury, no even attempts. You're talking the underlings of the heavyweight division. Everybody who I think Wilder would have slept. So what 22 are you talking about? Just because Eddie paid for a belt, paid Charles Martin to come on over there and lay down for $4 or $5 million? What are you talking about? Come on, man. 3 belts to 1. 3 belts to 1 means nothing to me. 3 belts to 1 means nothing to me because out of those 3 belts to 1, technically none of those 4 belts are the lineal belt. That's 1. 2. You know what I'm saying? 3 belts to 1. Who did you beat for those 3 belts? Who did you beat? All day, light lit up, all day. Word of the day says they are all champs, but until they all fight each other, they will not know who is the best. But don't act like this man don't want to fight this man. Look, my deal is this, and this is another deal. Now, and I need to catch myself a little more here. If I think if it was left up to the fighters, the fight would have happened. The fight would have happened. It's the suits. You got the suits. You got each side trying to get their man in the best position financially, in the best position to come out on top of this whole situation. So you got these fucking piranhas in the middle, you know what I'm saying, arguing with each other. No, it's going to be on this network. No, it's going to be on that network. No, we're going to give you this split. No, we're going to take this split. No. Everybody's your fault. It's our fault. It's his fault. It's their fault. It's these suits that in the middle. If I personally, AJ or Wilder, I truly believe that if it was up to them, the fight would happen. But of course, the Matchroom side had a plan, and that is to build up AJ to make him into this money-making machine. So they can make all of the money in the world. They have never made this much money since Carl Froch. You see them parading Carl Froch around for this Canelo fight, right? He was their money maker at first. Now the money maker is AJ. They were not going to break that machine until the time was right, until they fat in their pockets enough. And I act like that's not the truth. Don't act like it ain't. Whether you like AJ or not, you can at least open your eyes and see that. It's the truth. So it's like, yo, I don't put this at it's the suits, man. But at the end of the day, let's not crap on Wilder and act like Wilder don't want smoke when the man has literally did everything under the sun, disrespected to the public, took the poetry offers, popped up ringside, you name it. You name it. Went on UK television to say that Anthony Joshua was a bum. What more do you want him to do? What more? Now things are changed. Now he is an actual star that Eddie Hearn and them was afraid of. That's what they did not want. The Tyson Fury fight threw a wrench in the program. The program was to keep this narrative going until AJ and Matchroom made enough money to do what they want. But once DAZN got into the mix of saying we want the American market, and once Tyson Fury got into the mix of actually giving Deontay Wilder a humongous fight and a big pay-per-view, things changed. Things changed. And now that these dudes are running around here floating their receipts out like, oh, look at this big deal I got. And look at that big deal I got. Deontay Wilder sitting back like, bet. Y'all got all of these big deals and y'all ain't even fought me yet. Y'all got all this money and y'all ain't even fight me yet. So what y'all think I'm going to get? Oh, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Come on. MMLLOL says, I would like to debate you. You know what, MMLL? If you are an AJ fan, I would love to debate you as well. I will send you a link right now. We can get it in. Just be respectful. That's all I ask. We're using facts. We're talking facts. And if you have an email, a Gmail, put it in the comment section. I will shoot you a link right now and put you on this platform right now and let you explain. Valkyris in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you? AJ should be stripped if he doesn't make the Wilder fight. If he is responsibility being the holder of the most belts, he should be stripped. I mean, look, man, AJ, he's fighting his mandatories. He's doing what they're telling him to do. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is that they're still working on their plan to maximize this dude as much as they can. It's like it's on the B phase. Now it's starting to bleed into America. Now they're putting them here in America. They're letting them fight here in America. The phase is now, if we can take the market away from Wilder, if we can snatch that market that he claims to be, that he got in his hands, if we can take that from him and we be the big stars, now he has nothing to come to the table with other than the WBC belt and all the fans pissed off at him. The plan is starting. And from what I'm seeing, it's actually semi-working. Hit the like button for me, y'all. Hit the like button for me. From what I'm seeing, it's working with a lot of folks. This is the plan now. If you think that Eddie Hearn is gutted by not making this fight, I got a bridge to sail you to the middle of nowhere. He ain't gutted. He happy as hell, bro. He can now do 2, maybe 3 fights here in America to help build up AJ more with the American market. And not only help deliver some of that to DAZN, but on top of all of that, snatch it away from Deontay Wilder. And this is something that Shelly Finkel ballhead ass need to be realizing. For real. You know what I'm saying? Capadonna 24, what's up with you? What's going on, homie? Lewis Coleman in the building. What's up, fam? Watching the Jacobs weigh in. Yeah, I'm missing that, man. I'm going to have to catch up on that later, man. I'm just going to talk this for right now, and then I'll get to that later. I'll do a final prediction on Canelo Jacobs also. Come on, that's not right. It ain't AJ not wanting this fight. I just told you that, Leighton Evelyn. It could be the suits. But don't sit here and say that Wilder don't want the fight, because it won't add up what you're saying. I will give you 2 years worth of proof to show you why Wilder wants to fight. When you come out and tell me that AJ don't want to fight, I'll grant you that, even though the 50 million situation is what it is. Okay, and I grant you that. Don't turn around and stab me in the back and say, well, Wilder don't want to fight. That's my whole point. You know what I mean? We can't do that. We can't do that at all. Lucy Real, Baltimore in here. Much respect. Keep dropping that real boxing facts. What's up? Be more in the building. Shout out to the DMV. Our home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Baltimore all day. Lewis Coleman says Jacobs pushed Canelo and said that I'm fucking gonna get it tomorrow. Oh, is that what he did? Jacobs better, hey, we're going to talk about that later, man. Jacobs better be on. He can't make no mistakes, fam. Not one mistake. Yeah, man. And that's all I'm saying. Oh, you say you're not saying that Wilder won it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, dog, but we're not going to make it like Wilder don't want this fight. And we're not going to make it like, oh, everybody is in an uproar because Shelly Finkel said 2020, 2021. And forget that Barry Hearn said it before he did. Barry Hearn said it clear on a couple of occasions when he preferred that Anthony Joshua face Deontay Wilder. We're not going to act like this is not part of the plan. We're not going to act like this has never been said before. So Wilder going to go about his business and continue to keep doing what he needs to do to keep the American market, because right now that is his ace card. That is the one thing, because clearly they don't respect the WBC belt enough. The one thing that he has going in his back pocket is that he has the market that DAZN wants, that Matchroom wants from a financial standpoint. He has that now, and they want it. This is why Fury is over here on ESPN now, trying his best to get it. Everybody wants it, but it belongs to Deontay Wilder. If Fury loses to Wilder, he has no chance of getting it, which I don't know. I ain't gonna say that because if he comes over and give a valiant effort like he did in that first fight, he's still gonna win fans over here, Joe. This is how we are. We not a lot of people ain't gonna count you out because you lose. But in AJ's case, where they are raising him to be this perfect specimen, oh, he can't lose. He can't lose. I remember talking to a lot of the UK brethren during the time where AJ was supposed to face Dillian White when they thought that maybe he'd get that second fight. And when AJ told Dillian White straight to his face that it ain't going to happen, right there in front of all of his fans, straight to Dillian White's face, how people felt. Because clearly Dillian White, which, I don't know, if you want to argue he should have took what he was offered, whatever. But the fact still remains is that he was a threat. It was a threat to the program. We can't let this happen before he goes to America. No. Jarrell Big Baby Miller would have been right for the freaking pickings. Let's keep it a buck. Even if the mutant wouldn't have put the PED cocktails together, even if the mutant would have actually came in here fair and square, he still would have got stopped. They knew it. Stylistically, that fight don't make sense. AJ beats him, stops him, in my opinion. And they knew it. They just knew they had a walking, talking promo machine, a guy who can make a lot of noise and put AJ name out there even better. That was the best thing that they had going with the mutant. But now, okay, well, we're not going to. Luis Ortiz did what he did. I'm disgusted with him. And they did attempt it, but it would have been a short notice fight. But they did attempt it. Now they got Andy Ruiz, a guy who they're going to stop, in my opinion, with ease. I'm expecting Andy Ruiz to get in there and give a valiant effort. Put a lot of heart on the line, fast hands. But I'm not expecting for him to beat AJ. Not at all. UK revived boxing in the USA, made you all fight for your sport. How did the UK revive boxing in the USA when we had the cash cow? How did the UK revive boxing in the USA when Canelo Alvarez fought out of the USA? How did the USA revive boxing in America when Floyd is just, a couple years away from retiring? Riddle me that. How did the UK revive boxing in the USA when we believe that all of our young prospects will come over there and beat every single one that you have? If they were allowed to fight, that is. The Tank Davises, the Devin Haneys, they smoke everybody. You see even little Tevin Farmer smoking everybody over there on the zone. You know what I mean? Like, how the hell it's Eddie Hearn that wanted to come over here and get the fighters from over here last I checked. So how's the UK reviving any damn thing? Last I checked, it was Eddie Hearn that attempted to get the Charlos, that wanted Tank Davis, that, even Eddie Hearn said it himself. I would like to promote Wilder myself. He admitted that him damn self. Wilder should be a bigger star. So how the hell did the UK revive any damn thing? We got the damn stars. Come on, man. Come on. Klyox, what's up with you? Jacobs needs to take care of Canelo to the subway station like he did Quillen. Yeah, you better get him out of there early and make it definitive, bruh. Because I don't care what the Nevada State Athletic Commission saying, man. I still believe that Canelo starts that fight with 3 rounds up. Lighten Evelyn says, already read that. Lighten Evelyn says, main man, do you think Ruiz got a shot? A small shot, Yeah, man, he got a shot, but a half a shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him winning this on short notice. And the dynamics of the fight is just stylistically wise. I don't know. It all depends on what the stamina level of Joshua is going to be in this fight. If he putting on too much muscle, if that muscle going to suck up that oxygen, it'll be interesting to see what he look like in the deep waters. I will say that, but I think this is about a 70-30 in favor of Anthony Joshua. Gambit, the boxing novice, I think Ruiz will bring it to Joshua. He won't win, but he will make it interesting. I can live with that. I agree with you there, Gambit. I could definitely live with that. M-Star 01 in the building. Ruiz is better than Miller. Yeah, I mean, true. I agree. Anybody better than Miller. I don't know how good Miller really is. I don't know if it was him or the PEDs. I don't know if it was Miller or the PEDs fighting. I don't know. Shit, I'm right now, I'm willing to say everybody's better than Miller. Charles Martin is better than Miller. You know what I mean? Everybody is better than Miller. Charles Lunchbox Martin is definitely better than all of them. You know what I mean? I don't have no respect for that cat at all, no more. But the thing I'm trying to tell everybody is that, look, man, When I say Wilder is the real champ, you know what I mean? No, this cat is the only one of the top three, aside from him and Tyson Fury, fought each other. You know what I mean? For whatever reason that you want to believe that AJ ain't done it, whatever. But don't you find that funny? How everybody can say how easy the Charles Martin fight happened, how easy the Joseph Parker fight happened, how easy the Alexander Povetkin fight happened. But when it comes to Fury and Wilder, it's like, oh, this, that. But these two can make a fight, though. Y'all don't find that funny. Real champ, bro. Real champ. Miller good at eating cheeseburgers. Yeah, cheeseburgers filled with GW 1516. Y'all ain't see the GW 1516 slide out the side of his cheeseburger. He don't even use cheese. He just use PEDs. He eat PED burgers. You know what I'm saying? They like laced with GW 1516, a little HGH, throw a little clenbuterol on the side. The bread is probably made of Asturian or something. You know what I mean? Like it's like a PED burger. That's what he eats for a living. You know what I mean? Big bum. You know what I mean? Hey, man, you sleeping on Jacobs' hand, Slim. Canelo stamina will lose to Jacobs. That's going to be interesting. I mean, you think that Canelo going to get worn down? I just think that Jacobs, man, sometimes it's like when he faces that pressure, bruh, it's like he turns into this dude that, you know, we believe. I like Jacobs and I believe in his power, but when he faces pressure and he's on his back foot, man, he is not nearly this killer that we assume him to be. And Canelo has the ability to do that. Now, his ability may be limited for how long he won't go into the fight. But Canelo, he's too complete. He does everything well. Not to mention, Jacobs is facing a rehydration clause. You know, one of the reasons I thought he hung in there for so long with Gennady Golovkin was because of his size. Jacob says that the size slowed him down, but it also gave him better punch resistance. He got dropped, but he didn't get stopped. He got stopped against Perot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Man, the WBC is protecting Wilder, and Al Heyman won't jeopardize his new Fox Sports contract with him fighting AJ or Fury in 2019. It'd be 2020, 2021 before he fights anyone decent. First off, I don't think that Al Heyman's Fox contract is dependent upon Wilder when he has such a deep roster of top names, M-Star. He has the top names in boxing. I mean, he got Young Earl. You know what I mean? He got Manny. And there's a lot of stars to go around in many different weight classes when it comes to the PBC. Wilder's just another one. He's probably the one at heavyweight, but I don't think his deals are dependent upon Wilder. And the Fox Sports deals are dependent upon Wilder when there's so many other fighters. That don't make sense. And the WBC protecting Wilder, for real? They protecting Wilder. Okay, how are they protecting Wilder? I don't understand how to, because clearly Anthony Joshua was not even a WBC fighter. What is the WBC? They held off the mandatory for how long? How are they protecting Wilder? He fought Luis Ortiz. That was a fight he could have lost. He went and fought Tyson Fury. That was a fight he could have lost. So how the hell are they protecting him? From who? From what? He fought Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury. How are they protecting him? They didn't stop that fight. They didn't shut that down. They let it go down. Tell me how they protecting Wilder. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. Brendan McGee says, I think Wilder has too many suits representing him, and they all contradict each other in negotiations. You don't know who the main man. The main man is always going to be Al Heyman at the end of the day when the smoke clears. But I'm with you. He do got a lot of suits, but both of them do. They both got suits. Come on, man. You act like Barry Hearn, Eddie Hearn. What's the cat that's with DAZN? I forget his name. The people with Sky Sports. He got suits too. They all got suits. It's suits everywhere. They all got suits. You know what I'm saying? It's a suit-a-mageddon up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like they all got suits, fam. That's the problem right here. That's the problem. They both got suits. Both sides may have an agenda or a plan, but that's not act like in the beginning, Wilder wasn't the one trying to make this fight. Let's not act like that, bruh. Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. You ain't got to input nothing. And guess what? Oh, to the surprise of a lot of y'all, oh my God, man didn't say anything about race. Not one word. Because I can make my point without making the race, even though we can talk that too. But I ain't made my, and you can't come to me like that because don't forget who you talking to. I support them all. when they fight and when they fair. I support the fair and I don't support the unfair, period. And you know this. So the point of the matter is, oh, he made his points without one time. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out. Let's see. Rocket Strikes 89 says, if Triple G could knock Jacobs out, what makes you think Lil Canelo can? If Triple G couldn't knock Jacobs out, what makes you think that Lil Canelo can? And Eddie already said that he'll pay the weight fine for Jacobs, so that's not an issue. Yeah, but he don't want to do that weight fine, man. It won't be a good look because Canelo can then. I mean, if he want to do it, then I don't know. I mean, he bossed Triple G in negotiations when it came to that way. He didn't even. There was supposed to be a next day weigh-in their situation, but he was just like, man, I ain't telling y'all nothing I weigh. I ain't gotta let nothing out the bag. You know what I mean? At all. So it wasn't at that time, if I recall. No, it wasn't a unification fight. Jacobs didn't have a belt. So he was a man. So no, the IBF belt was on the line. Only time that you don't have to do the same day weigh-ins is when it's a unification. And that's what makes this fight so fishy. And Canelo, like, bro, why are you asking for a rehydration clause when technically you ain't got to? You just doing it just because you want some sort of little bit of edge. It ain't being fought at a Canelo weight, but it's going to have a rehydration clause. Canelo terrible, man. Canelo a terrible dude, for real, man. You need to cut that crap out, man. It says, but the WBC won't grant him the slot. You saying the WBC won't grant him the slot? The WBC don't run nothing when it comes to Wilder, bruh. The WBC, Wilder was putting that man. He was putting Dominique Brazil on the back burner for how long? Dominique Brazil became the mandatory back at the end of 2017, bro. And he's just getting his shot. They ain't no protect. They gonna protect him from Dominique Brazil? Man, that man was doing what he wanted to do and told the WBC to get in line. I just don't believe it, Holmes. I don't see it. You know what I mean? Gambit the Boxer Voice says, once again, promoters are ruining good fights. Once again, they're plans and programs on every side, bro. Plans and programs. You know what I'm saying? It's just that now that Wilder has something of value, bro. At first, they didn't see him as having something of value. They just saw him as, like they said before, this guy from Alabama who's talking real loud. Nobody knows him. That's what they thought he was. Now he's been bossed up, rings on fingers. You know what I'm saying? Now he's bossed up. Now he has a market that supports him, that backs him. Now he is the man to go through. All roads lead to Wilder. And they know this. This is the reason why ESPN wanted him and they couldn't give him a one-off Fury fight. Ask yourself this. Why these networks ain't just putting these fights on their own merit? Okay, fine. Tyson Fury coming to ESPN. Okay, great. Which was a bitch move, but whatever. You come on over here. Now, Wilder, if you want to face Fury, we can do a one-off fight. No. Wilder, you got to sign a 4-3 fight deal, a 4-fight deal. You have to take 2 tune-ups first. You got to put your hands on your head and wear green socks and jump and do jumping jacks before the fight. And then you can face Tyson Fury. That's the way it go. Oh, DAZN, same thing. You can't do a one-off fight. Oh, no. You got to do a fight first, and then you go take a tune up, and then you fight Joshua again. Like, dog, what's up with all of these damn stipulations? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't they just put the fight on, Mo? You hear me? I don't understand, man. So that tells you something. They want the market that Deontay Wilder have, or else they would be just offering him the one-fight deals. They don't want that because with Wilder on their networks, he brings them with him. I'm just too good. You know what I mean? Real shit. Hit the like button for the homie. Like Leighton says, hit the like button for the homie. M-Star says White is in a fight-by-fight contract. He can fight on Fox or Showtime all day. All day. Shout out to Dillian White for gaining control of his career. Shout out to Dillian White for realizing and reading the small print and saying, hold on, cousin. I don't have to fight on DAZN. You got me twisted. I don't have to fight on this. I can fight wherever I want to fight. Oh, shit. Let me go talk to Showtime. Let me go talk to ESPN. He realized that. And who knows? He may just be an opponent for Deontay Wilder because his position in the WBC is still high. What, he's still number 1, right? So he may be an eventual opponent for Deontay Wilder. Do you know how pissed off Eddie Hearn will honestly be if Dillian White honestly... You think Eddie Hearn supports Dillian White getting the Wilder fight? He did at one time, not now. He did it before Dillian White realized the situation he was in. Now that Dillian White knows that, oh, shit, I can go over to Showtime and me and Wilder can do a Showtime pay-per-view. And it's like, oh, hold up. No. We're not doing that. No, that's not what we're doing. We're not going to do that. No, because that will raise Deontay Wilder's name even higher. And the last thing that Matchroom wants is to have Deontay Wilder's name to keep elevating, because it makes it harder to get the market and it makes it harder to do business for them, because he's going to demand 50-50. It's a beautiful thing. It truly is. It's a beautiful thing. Boxing Killers TV says Wilder is 34. Tick-tock. He ain't got much time. 3 years time. At the end of the day, how long do you think their deals are? How long do you think that Tyson Fury deal is with ESPN without making no money? Tick-tock for them too, bruh. You know what I mean? How long you think that DAZN's going to sit back and not allow Eddie to conquer the American market? Tick-tock for him too. It's TikToks for every fucking body. You dig? Everybody got a TikTok. It's not just age, but these dudes have signed big deals that these networks have to collect on. And in order for them to do that, they need all roads lead to Wilder. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they got to do it. TikTok, just like you said. UK FBA student says, what market? If he has such a big market, why is Brazil fight not pay-per-view? Dog, I just had this discussion with the homie Black Fight Fan TV. Y'all seen it? Everybody needs a dance partner. Everybody needs a dance partner. All of those. AJ is on record in the UK for having the biggest pay-per-view, correct? Who was his dance partner? Klitschko, the legendary Klitschko. Funny how them numbers before Klitschko produced nothing. Everybody needs a dance partner, man. And what happened when he had Luis Ortiz as a dance partner? The numbers were proper. 10 million illegal streams worldwide. So if they would have clamped down on that, how much they really would have had. You know what I mean? So come on, man. I mean, not Luis Ortiz. I apologize. I meant to say Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. But you know what I'm saying? When he had a proper dance partner, the numbers reflected. Everybody needs a dance partner, man. Always remember that when you're talking pay-per-view. Always remember that. Only people that will buy to see one man fight a bum over, and this is no diss, but that's the UK fans. Y'all support that dude to a point where y'all fight. Y'all will pay for fights that y'all know he gonna win. We don't get down like that here in America. If you want to sell a fight to us on pay-per-view, it got to be worth it. It got to be worth it. It better be a big fucking fight for you to put it on pay-per-view here in America. Period. You know what I mean? It's too much going on over here. You know what I mean? Unbiased or biased boxing talk. What's up with you? Wilder doesn't deserve 50-50. Not only that, White has been Mando #1 for a while, and Shelly Finkel let that cat out the bag. He doesn't want the AJ fight anytime soon. I don't support ducking. It's not ducking, bro. It's negotiations. It's I just told you that if you don't support ducking, then why the hell you supporting AJ? This man ducked Wilder for years. I just broke it down. You probably just got into the stream. I broke it down. We've been through poultry office. We've been through them dissing him in the public. We've been through him not wanting him to go in the ring. We've been through the fact that AJ never did anything ringside at any Wilder fights to make the fight. You won't support ducking, but $50 million that he asked for on camera, didn't want to take that. Barry Hearn coming out way before Shelly Finkel ever opened his mouth, telling you the dates that he wanted the fight to happen. Yet did you support that? This is the point I'm trying to make. Let's not act like this happened today. And now that this man got an American market, now that this man has fought his way, kept on fighting, keeping his chin up, taking tough fights like Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, now that he has gotten some notoriety for such, oh, it's Wilder ducking. Oh, it's Wilder that don't want to do this. Oh, it's Wilder that don't want to do that. Son, what happened for all of them years when he was willing to do it? Now that he's bossed up, rings on fingers. Now, y'all want to just diss him now because he's making a stand and drawing a line in the sand and saying, yeah, now I want 50-50. Now, I told y'all, unbiased, if Eddie Hearn come out today and say the fight is a 50-50 fight, the fight is done. It's a simple measure, bruh. The fight is done. He don't deserve 50-50 yet. He's the only heavyweight, aside from Tyson Fury, that's for the top 3 heavyweight. He is the only one. I didn't see AJ fight none of the top 3. He didn't fight Tyson or he did not fight Wilder, but he don't deserve 50-50. Deontay Wilder has the biggest financial market in boxing, but he don't deserve 50-50. Man, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on, fam. What you talking about? Illegal streams, you reaching, bro. Man, come on. Hey, Leighton. No. That's a big deal, bro. 10 million illegal streams. Come on, man. That's a big deal, bro. That's a big deal. Not to mention, man, today's pay-per-view, man, it's more bootleg than ever in America, man. Everybody got a stream. You got the social media people now, even people on Facebook streaming it. Shit, at one time when we were doing illegal streams, it was just certain websites you can go to. Now, shit, you can just go on social media and watch the fight now. Certain boxing groups be streaming it. Cats sitting in their living room with the phone on the TV. You can see the whole fight damn near crystal clear. Come on, man. We in an environment now where illegal streaming is at an all-time high. Don't act like that ain't a factor. Don't act like that. See, over in the UK or wherever else in other countries, they may don't have as easier access to it. But here, man, trust. If I was that kind of person, which I'm not, but if I was, I ain't had to pay for one fight. I wouldn't have to pay for one fight. I can watch every single fight for totally free. If I was that type cat, which I don't suggest at all. You know what I'm saying? Main man, answer me this. Say Joshua knocks Wilder out. What do you say then? I say I take my hat to him. I tip my hat to him. I tip my hat to him and say, Slim, now you, sir, are the real champ. I ain't no hate. This ain't nothing like that. We just don't like when we realize what's going on over here. We realize that they need to build that money-making machine over there first. Now that they have sucked y'all dry, they don't have a proper opponent to put off to say, well, this is how he can put 80,000 in Wembley or whatever. You know, they don't have that no more. So now it's phase 2 of the plan. Invade America. Phase 2 is invade America and please the zone. I mean, yo, if he beats Wilder, hats off to him. Hats off to him and much respect to him. Slim, when Lennox came over here back in the day, how do you think Lennox won us over? Lennox didn't come over here tiptoeing. Lennox came in over here bringing noise, Slim, and let it be known I'm the best heavyweight in the world and showed it many different times. Lennox Lewis is one of my favorite all-time fighters. Lennox came over here as a man on a mission, not on a man with a business briefcase. I am AJ. I don't have to step into no rings. I don't have to do any of those things. I am AJ. No, he didn't come like that, bro. He came like, man, look, Riddick Bowe, what's goody? Riddick Bowe throwing the title in the trash. Mike Tyson, you put the most beautiful jab I ever seen on Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield stepped right up to the plate, got into Evander Holyfield. Man, come on, bro. Like he came over here fighting, and that's what we respect, period. Why the hell is even AJ, well, even in Jarrell Miller's case, that wasn't a fight that we was even clamoring for from the skip. Even if he would have fought the mutant, that's nothing nobody was asking for. That was a business plan. And the plan was this dude is a walking, talking promo machine. This guy can speak. This guy can talk. This guy can get people riled up for a fight. Pushing AJ in the press conference. Man, that's always great business. It wasn't because he was a threat in the ring. I don't think he was. You know what I mean? But whatever, man. Boxing Killer says, does Crawford get 50-50 with Spence when Earl has the other PBC belts? Same situation. No, it's not the same situation. It's not the same. Well, actually, you forgot. I don't know if you've seen it. Boxing Killers TV. A few days ago, I had it out with the homie and his family all day. Shout out to Black Fight Fan TV, my main man. Appreciate him for coming on the channel all day. And he came over here and we had a discussion about that. It's still on the channel. It's still there. And my argument was that Terrence Crawford deserved 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that Terrence Crawford deserves 50-50. And I'm standing on that. I'm standing on that heavy. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Let's see. You said you're wrong, bro. Joshua will fill out 100,000. Will fill out 100K easy. At the end of the day, it's still. I'm saying that Dillian White was a threat. And Light and Evelyn, no disrespect to the UK, but your 100,000 that y'all filling in that stadium doesn't even do what 30,000 would do over here. You know what I'm saying? The money is different. This is where the money is. It's like Floyd used to say, you got to work smarter, not harder. They figuring they need to work smarter, not harder. Now we can make double that amount of money with not even half of that crowd. So this is what they want. You know what I mean? Now over here, they say they had 17,000 people coming, but yet they know damn well that they can't put that on pay-per-view. And that's at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua fights on DAZN on a fight-by-fight basis, but the money is Anthony Joshua on pay-per-view. Make no mistake about it. That's where the money's at, truth be told. You know what I mean? Him and Wilder do hella good numbers. Hella good numbers. Man, why the hate for Joshua? I don't get it, bro. Ain't no hate. This ain't no hate. It's the defense of Wilder. This is not no hate for. Did you hear me one time when this thing say that Joshua was a bum? Did you hear me one time on here that said Joshua wasn't this and Joshua wasn't that? I'm just sitting here telling you why Deontay Wilder has bossed up and why I don't believe that it's Deontay Wilder that doesn't want this fight. Now, like I just told Unbiased, the only thing that y'all going to throw at me is what Shelly Finkel has said. And I told y'all, if Eddie Hearn and Joshua come out today, tomorrow, and say, well, guess what? We're giving them 50%. The fight is made. This is not a duck. It's called negotiations. You can't say he's ducking when he wanted to make the fight for over 2 years. It don't make sense. That don't make sense. And then you want to wake up today and say, oh, well, yeah. Well, Wilder's ducking. Because he's not trying to fight until 2020. How many times did the fight get pushed back on the Matchroom side? What about the fact of what Barry Hearn said before Shelly Finkel even opened his mouth? How the hell did we get from 15 million flat to what was it? What was the new number? I think he upped it to like 30 million. How did we get from there to here? Because Wilder has improved. Something has changed. There's a reason Eddie Hearn changes the offers often now, because things have changed. They have changed. It's a different ball game now. It's not what it was 2 years ago. Now Wilder has something in his hand that says, okay, well, I got a Dragon Ball. I got a big old shiny Dragon Ball right here called the American market. I got a big old Dragon Ball that if you beat me on this soil, if you beat me, it's just your Dragon Ball. In Matchroom, you can do DAZN, you can do whatever you want with this Dragon Ball, but you got to come beat me to get this Dragon Ball, cuzzo. That's what he's telling them. It's changed. Lawrence Williams in the building. What's up, family? What's up with you? Boxing Killers TV says AJ took risks. Wilder's handlers had him fighting in gymnasiums for 32 fights. Okay, well, Wilder didn't have an extended amateur career. Wilder wasn't a project. But let me ask you this. Out of those so-called risks, you say, Boxing Killers, how many of those risks beat Wilder? Does Joseph Parker beat Wilder? Joseph Parker is Microsoft. Does Lunchbox Charles Martin beat him, even though he's fighting better now? At that time, do you think that Charles Martin, who inherited a belt because the other dude, Glaskov, he was fighting, had a broken ankle? Does Charles Martin beat him? Oh, Alexander Povetkin beats him. Oh, but when he was supposed to fight Wilder, he wanted to stick needles up his ass. Who beats him? That all of these risks you talking about, who beats him? Now, let me ask you this. Does Tyson Fury beat AJ? Does Luis Ortiz beat AJ? You don't know, do you? So who took the bigger risk? Riddle me that. Leighton Evelyn says inflation of DAZN. That's why money rises, bro. Inflation of DAZN. Okay. Well, I mean, I hear you. Well, I mean, DAZN is backed by a lot of money too. You know what I mean? They got a lot of money in the building. So I mean, it is what it is. Boxing Killer TV. AJ could never fight fat light heavies live on Sky Sports. He could never fight fat light heavies on Sky Sports. Really? But he fought a 40-year-old Klitschko coming off a loss with no belts. And y'all bought it in droves. I mean, I'm just saying though. I mean, that's just being a buck, you know. He fought Alexander Povetkin. Oh, he fought him on DAZN. That was his first fight on DAZN. But you know, the DAZN is only streamed here. Over there, he's still fighting on Sky. So he fought Alexander Povetkin, who ain't been a threat to nobody at the top for a minute now. What are you telling me, man? What are you telling me? Light Lit Up says, then put AJ in MGM all day. The one here in the harbor, of course. But nah, then put AJ in MGM at M-Star. Wilder and AJ need each other, period. But you know what, bro? I'm going to be honest with you, Light Lit Up. I believe that in today's situation, AJ may need Wilder a little more. because the reason, man, is that Hearn needs Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's almost virtually impossible for them to do business with Tyson Fury because Tyson is with ESPN, and ESPN and DAZN are on a head-to-head rivalry. Right now, they're all fighting for subscribers, and they're fighting for the same group of people. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that in Wilder's case, they need him more because Wilder now is sitting back like, okay, I can fight wherever, I can do whatever. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got money, y'all got money. Now y'all gonna have to pay me. You know, they need the market. And at the end of the day, when the network want what they want, man, they need it. Oh, Wilder just told you I got fights lined up for the next 3-4 fights. I actually got semi-proper names, and he can face Dillian White. He can face a rematch with Luis Ortiz. Adam Kaunaki, I'm like, I'm not ready to see that just yet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got options. He got options. He can, you know, of course, he got Dominique Brazil. That's 3 fights right there. As for AJ, who else he gonna fight on American soil that everybody gonna be checking for? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Who we gonna fight? Charles Martin again? Who we gonna fight? He needs Wilder. Who is he gonna fight that's gonna please the zone and bring the American fan base? Who is he gonna fight on American soil? Who is he gonna fight? You know, it's a good question. Somebody put that in the comments. Who is he gonna fight? Because he still got to go through Al Heyman or whatever. Who is he going to fight? That brings the market to the zone, that delivers the financial numbers that Eddie Hearn wants to see. Who is he going to fight? Tyson Fury ain't on the table right now. When Tyson wanted to fight AJ, Eddie wanted to play hardball. See, Eddie, see what a lot of the UK fans ain't doing, and I ain't even going to mention AJ right now. Let's talk Eddie. Let's talk about Eddie. Y'all don't want to mention the fact that Eddie belittled the other champions at one time or another. He belittled them. And now that they've bossed up, he's now forced to be in a position where it was like, damn, now I got to actually treat these dudes with a little bit more respect. Now I got to actually give these dudes a little more money. You know what I mean? But now they in their situations. Now they've gone to their corners and they're like, okay, now you got to come to us. We don't have to come to you now. Put a lot of this on Eddie. Put it where it's supposed to be at. And I'm not anti-Eddie like that. I'm just telling you like it is. I don't understand. Jamie Peralta in the building. What's up with you, fam? What's up with you? Daniel Du Bois, Valkyries? Not here. Not here. You know what I'm saying? Not over here. He ain't fighting no Daniel Du Bois. Who he go? I mean, like, we don't care about, like, nobody don't know who Daniel Du Bois is, man. He still got work to do. Slow. Hey, he got nobody. All roads lead to Wilder. All roads leads to hashtag bomb squad. Period. If Wilder beats AJ, then he is, in fact, as he claims, the baddest man on the planet in boxing terms. All day. All day. And vice versa. Vice versa. I'm not here to say if AJ don't beat Wilder, he ain't a bad man. He is a bad man. I believe he's a damn good fighter. A damn good fighter. I just believe that he has a machine that is doing what they have to do to try to maximize the situation. But now they've put themselves in a position where they don't dominate the narrative no more. Now here you see Eddie Hearn. Now that Shelly Finkel bald head ass and went out here under the boxing voice, and now he's like, we're gonna fight in 4 or 5. Now everyone's gonna run with that. Now Eddie Hearn's gonna go to every camera that'll listen and try to repeat that and make you forget about what his own daddy said. Now, his own daddy. We don't. If I'm telling AJ he doesn't fight this fight until what years did he give? 2021, 2022, or something like that. Oh, now the narrative has changed. Okay. I see. Ruben Salinas says AJ needs Wilder or Ortiz to boost up the zone all day. Even in Luis Ortiz's situation, that would have been a great step. And this is why I know they're probably more gutted by losing out on the Ortiz situation, because, damn, that would have really helped AJ. And this is why I know it breeds that conspiracy theory that Al Heyman has something to do with it, because with Ortiz, that would have been a step in the right direction. That would have been a huge step in the right. A win over Luis Ortiz would have been a huge step in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And whatever, man. I say that. Donald Bell, what's up with you? Donald Bell says, also Fury and AJ are not Americans. Man, you said what Burry said. Now Eddie has to show this fighter some respect. Burry and Eddie can't stand not having complete control of a fighter. Agreed. Or of a situation or of a narrative. They can't, they hate the fact that they don't have control to be able to go to the cameras and say, well, this is why he refused. Now there are reasons. Now there are official reasons. They hate that. So this is why I say Shelly Finkel saying what he's saying on the Boxing Voice. Well, now he's going to run around and try to take this and try to wipe out everybody's memories of what happened in the past. He's going to try to use this and say, well, this is where we at right now. They don't want to fight. But just a couple months ago, before the Shelly Finkel, fight, right when the Tyson Fury fight was getting made, he was begging for Wilder. Begging. Oh, yeah, we want to give him Wilder. We up in the office, giving him more money. Trying to stop it because they know if this man would have fought this man, if he would have beaten Tyson Fury, oh my goodness, they would have really bossed up. They would have been like, you know what, Eddie? We might gotta make this 55-45, blood. That really would have burnt up Eddie, son. Selective memory, Lawrence Williams. You right, homie. Selective memory is highly convenient when the wildest haters try to shit on him. It's funny to me, bro. All of these living in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Living in today's moment, people. And we just forget. They just want to they don't want to remember the whole entire picture. They don't want to remember what the daddy said. They don't want to remember the paltry offers that Wilder was willing to accept. They don't want to remember all of this, the $50 million. They don't want to remember this, all pre-Fury. Now that we are post-Fury and Wilder is now at a different level when it comes to his whole brand. Now that we are here. Now Wilder don't want to fight. Now Wilder this, now Wilder that. Get the fuck out of here, man. We ain't buying that, son. We ain't buying that, man. Warren Silicott, that narrative changed when AJ team started sending offers. The narrative change? Really? Yeah, the narrative changed, but the terms that they were sending did not barely change. They were sending, the man wants 50-50 now, Warren. The man wants 50-50 now. They have bred this monster. You know what I'm saying? If they wouldn't have overplayed their hand in the beginning, they wouldn't be dealing with this monster. Do you not get that? They overplayed their hand. Remember the talk when they were talking about freezing out Wilder? We forget about these things. Oh, we'll just freeze him out. These were the words of AJ. We'll just freeze him out. Well, that narrative is just gone now, right? No one's talking about freezing him out no more, right? Because he got something that they want. So the man wants 50-50 now. They forgot about the WBA 24-hour deadline to make AJ Povetkin, which was made 3 weeks later. Yeah, we forgot about all of that, bro. We forgot about all of that. No dates, no venues. All of this. They forget about all of this. And even in today's negotiations, Lawrence, even in today's negotiations, they're talking about, they want to face Wilder by giving them a 3 or 4 fight deal on the zone. What? A 3 or 4 fight deal? Like, what the hell? Why we can't deal with this fight on his own merits? Why does it have to be 3-4 fights? Why? He don't want to leave his crew. So look, 1 off fight. Whoever putting up the most money is where it goes. Why has it always got to be all of these hidden strings on the low? Why has it always got to be something? Wilder says, I'll accept your 15 million. It is what it is. I don't have, this was pre-Fury. I don't have what you have. He accepted the fact, and they send contracts with no dates and venues. They come into the public, we need 12 weeks to train and not 8 weeks to train. Oh, this venue ain't going to be available at this time. Oh, this, man, it's like, okay. Yeah, but you dragged me through the mud and got me filthy. And now that I just walked through a waterfall called Tyson Fury, now I'm squeaky clean. And now you want to forget about all that mud you threw on me, fam? What y'all talking about, son? What y'all talking about? Man, why do you hate UK fighters so much? M-Star, let me stop you right there. I hate UK fighters, but I'm one of the only American champions that was bigging up Kell Brook to the level that I was. Are you out of your nugget? I hate UK fighters. You've been here, homie. You know. I hate UK fighters. I'm a huge Tyson Fury. I like Tyson Fury. How many videos you see me bigging him up? I was one of the only cats on here explaining his lineal pound for pound. His lineal status and why he was such. What are you talking about? It's because I don't kiss AJ's ass like you do. Oh, I hate UK fighters. That's a fallacy and that's a fraud statement, homie. That's a facade. You dig? What are you talking about? I don't get it. Wilder and his team are not innocent in all of this. There's clear ducking on his side. All right. Facts don't matter to you, bro. Facts just don't matter. You know what I mean? You just gonna stick to your little corner. No matter how we lay it out, no matter if we tell you what happened, it don't matter. It don't. You're one of them unconvinceables, and I ain't gonna try to convince you. I'm just gonna stay here and defend my main man Wilder. You did. True say you like Kell Brook. Come on, homie. You know M Star. You been here. You my main man. So you been here. You know. You know what I mean? It's not a anti-UK thing. It's never going to be an anti-UK thing. I respect all walks of nationalities in boxing. This is why I started this video with explaining to people, if certain folks, and I don't blame you, I'm going to try to break your point down. I'm going to try to expose your points, but I don't blame you for supporting in the heavyweight division. I don't blame you for supporting your countrymen, because I'm a real boxing fan and I remember how boxing started. I remember its inception, and I always know what boxing stood for. When it comes to the heavyweight division, it's something different. It's a different breed. It's a different story. You support your countryman, so be it. Win, lose, or draw, so be it. You stick to your corners on it, so be it. I ain't mad at you, fam. This is the heavyweight division. This is the Atlanta Giants. So for all of you AJ fans, support them all day. Support them, but don't be mad at me for supporting mine. You did. Don't be mad at me for supporting mine. Valkyrie says UK fighters disappoint me. I was here saying Billy Joe could beat Canelo, and he made me look like a fool. Now we got AJ the Ducker all day. All day, Mo. You hit it right on the point. You hit it right on the head, but I ain't mad at that statement. But I mean, look, everybody gets disappointed in this game at one time or another. It's just that, those were lower divisions. When it comes to heavyweights, man, look, man, word to the wise. And if you say, nah, man, I'm just not like that, then that's who you are. But word to the wise, when it comes to the heavyweight champions, support your guy. Support your guy. You know what I mean? If you think it's AJ, if AJ is your man, because he represents the UK, and he puts that mantle on his back, and he says, I got 3 belts, and he says, I have the power of the UK, then you support that man. But when Wilder bosses up, and he say bomb squad, and he says, I fight for my people, and he says, I have the biggest financial market in boxing on my side, we support that man. You did. As for Tyson Fury, same thing. Same thing. Now, some of y'all may not support him as much because he came on over here. You did. But at the end of the day, he's still recognized by most as the lineal champion at the heavyweight division. He beat the man who beat the man who beat the man. Support him. This is the heavyweights. This is not welterweights. This is not lightweights. This is not middleweights. This is a difference. And if you don't know the difference, I tell you, do your homework. Yeah, man. Light Lit Up says, why is that when you support your own, you're anti everyone else? Crazy. Not like that for everyone. All day, Light Lit Up. Real talk, bro. And that's something I never hold against people. You know what I mean? I'm Slim. I agree with you 1,000,000%. Just because we like somebody else don't mean you got to be anti everybody else, bro. That is not the way it go over here. There's many. I just got finished telling y'all how much of a big fan of Lennox Lewis that I was. I just got finished telling y'all. Lennox Lewis came over here and dusted every damn body. You know what I mean? So, I mean, come on, man. Joe Kawasaki. Big Joe Kawasaki fan. Come on, man. Don't do that. You know what I mean? That's not how it go. You know what I mean? Rocket Strike 89 says, to be honest, man, I hear you, but we really truly don't know who did the ducking. I learned a long time ago to not pull or put all your eggs in one basket until the results are out. I got to stay neutral, Slim. All day, Rocket Strike. I can respect that. I respect that 100. Because there's a lot of suits involved, bro. And there's a lot of money on the line. And there's a lot of big networks we talking about. There's a lot of money going around for this situation. And I can respect that. Because when you got this many suits, when you got this many networks, when you got all of the money, people wanting markets, and the truth can honestly get caught up in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Ruben Salinas Jr. says, Wilder has taken the most risky fights in the past year out of the top heavyweights. AJ hasn't been in a 50-50 pick'em fight since Klitschko. All day, facts. Facts matter. Facts. That is facts, Ruben. I agree. But somebody want to tell me earlier that in AJ's 22 fights, he's taking the biggest risk. That makes no sense to me. He ain't fought none of the top 3 heavyweights. Everybody who he's beaten, Wilder would have stopped. That ain't the biggest risk. Yo, man, real shit. Valkyrie says, I still think Billy's Joe's style can handle all comers, but he ain't clean, so I can't ride. Simple. I can't ride with a dirty fighter either, Holmes. So can't ride with him at all. Lawrence Williams says Pac turned down $40 million in 2010 for Floyd. Then 5 years and 2 losses later, Pac got 150 plus million versus Floyd. So Pac didn't duck to improve his value, but Wilder ducking to improve his. The fuck. And hey, Lawrence Williams all day. See, and that's the thing. Pac had a market. He had a country. He had a country. It wasn't the biggest market, but he had a loyal market that no matter what, he knew whoever fought Pacquiao, they knew he would bring that market to a fight. They were buying pay-per-views because they treat Pacquiao like a boxing god over there, a boxing god. And they knew, so he knew his worth. And on top of being an 8 division champion, on top of, you know, having all of those belts and all of that, multiple weight classes, being in epic fights, you know, with the Barreras of the world, with the you know, all the top fights he's been in, the De La Hoyas and so on and so forth. All the top fights and all the wonderful fights he gave us. He knew his worth. And he betted on his worth. And he said, look, Floyd, I love you, but you ain't gonna give me $40 million flat when I know this fight gonna have hundreds of millions of dollars in the mix. You're gonna give me my worth. Real shit. Real shit. Real shit. Leighton Evelyn says, when a black guy goes to the USA, they don't embrace him as their own. But when the USA black man comes to the UK, we embrace them. Facts. Well, look, man, we different cultures, fam. We different cultures. And it ain't so much that we don't embrace them. I mean, look at Wilder. After that to this day thing, bro, it's like Slim. That dude's damn near seen as a civil rights leader up in this joint. You know what I mean? It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's that you got to earn it more. Here, you really got to earn it and make people believers. Y'all are more so, I'll say y'all more easier to support y'all guy. I will admit that. But over here, you have to earn. Look how long it took Floyd to get to the level of support he got. And Pretty Boy Floyd, in our opinion, was way better than Money May. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it took him all the way up to Money May to start to get the level of support / hate, you know what I mean, that he was getting. But you got to put in work, man. It takes work to convince people, especially a lot of boxing fans. Real shit. So I'm gonna leave it there, man. Yo, man, we'll get back on this topic later on, man. Next video I'll probably do. I want to do a final one on Canelo Jacobs, but I just want to leave with the message of telling y'all, man. Yo, man, Wilder, he's been drugged through the mud, and like I told y'all earlier, man, now he got something of value. As he was drugged through that mud, he found the gold coin lying beneath a rock, and that gold coin is more valuable than any coin in boxing. And no offense to nobody, but it's the American market. And it's a financial market that blows every market out. And everybody wants it. And he got that coin in his back pocket now. And now they want it. So now he has something to negotiate with, even if you didn't respect the WBC. I leave y'all by saying support your champion at the heavyweight division. Hit the like button for me on the way out. If you did not hit the like button on the way in, much love to each and every one of y'all for supporting the homie. We here every Wednesday, every Sunday doing We Talking Boxing all day. I will be doing a post fight at Canelo Jacobs. I can't wait to get into that one. I'm rocking with Canelo though. And I'll talk about that again on the next live stream. All day. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that hit us on the playback. Much love to everybody. To the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Main Man Made Man. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Instagram, Main Man Made Man. And until the next one, hit the like button for me, everybody. Peace out.